The mission of the Production Flight Test Installation, Plant 42, is to provide an industrial complex specifically tailored to the production, flight testing, modification, and depot maintenance of our nation's most advanced aerospace systems built under government contract. As the Air Force host, the goal of Detachment 1 Aeronautical Systems Center is to maintain the world's best industrial complex in support of that mission. The installation began as an Army Air Corps base in 1940 when a concrete runway was first built. It was used during World War II as an emergency landing strip and for B-25 support training. After the war, it was declared surplus until 1950, when it was repurchased by the Air Force, and Plant 42 was assigned to the Aeronautical Systems Division at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. In 1961, it was formally designated as the Production Flight Test Installation. Starting with the B-25s in the 1940s, the installation has been the birthplace of a long list of our nation's most revolutionary air and spacecraft. Until recently, there was a total of 12 Air Force plants across the United States. Currently, only 9 of those original 12 Air Force plants remain today, and of those 9, only 3 have been determined by the Air Force to be keepers. All other Air Force plants are being divested. Plant 42 consists of over 5,800 acres, or roughly 9 square miles. The two 12,000-foot runways with 1,200-foot asphalt overruns at each end have been installed with radio-controlled lighting for night use when the tower is closed. Runway 0725, equipped with an integrated lighting system, is the strongest runway in the world. Along with its adjoining taxiways, it can sustain a 1 million-pound aircraft load. It has been engineered to withstand the destructive force of an 8.3 magnitude earthquake. Consequently, Plant 42 is an alternate FEMA landing field for the Santa Clarita Valley, located approximately halfway between Palmdale and Los Angeles. Air Force Plant 42 is a government-owned, contractor-operated facility consisting of 8 separate production sites sharing a common runway complex. Ideally situated in the spacious southwestern desert of California, the arid climate is conducive to excellent year-round flying. Combined with its proximity to the concentration of aerospace industry in Los Angeles and the high-speed test corridors of the Air Force Flight Test Center at Edwards Air Force Base and other test facilities, the installation is uniquely suited to fully supporting the newest and most advanced military and commercial aerospace systems. Major contractors presently located at the facility include Lockheed Martin, Boeing North American, and Northrop Grumman. These contractors lease the government-owned sites to produce, test, and modify aerospace systems. Modification on the Space Shuttle is currently underway at Plant 42, as well as B-1 and B-2 modifications, U-2 modifications and flight testing, F-117 flight test and support, and much more, including many proprietary programs. There's a wide range of capabilities at the varied sites, from special tooling shop labs to a wheat starch depainting facility. Boeing North American and Lockheed Martin have company-owned facilities adjacent to Air Force Plant 42 and are connected to the plant's runway complex via taxiways. Boeing North American's PMC site is built on leased land from the Los Angeles Department of Airports. Site 9 is where the B-1 aircraft were produced and are currently undergoing modification. Lockheed Plant 10 is on 300 acres of Lockheed-owned property connected via Taxiway Victor to Runway 25. It's home to their highly acclaimed Skunk Works division, where the Dark Star program, the F-22 prototype, the X-33, and 15 other technologically advanced programs are in production. Plant 42 also has tenants that do not produce defense-oriented products. In 1989, the Air Force entered into an agreement for joint use of the Plant 42 airfield complex, allowing up to 400 commercial flight operations per day. The Palmdale Air Terminal runs daily commercial flights in and out of Plant 42. The Red Cross building, built to withstand 8.5 magnitude earthquakes, is also located on Air Force leased land. This building, designated as the alternate Plant 42 command post, is an invaluable asset to the installation in the event of major earthquakes or other natural disasters. Air Force Detachment 1, the Aeronautical Systems Center overseeing Plant 42, has eased the economical burden on the individual contractors to maintain their own complex of resources dedicated to Department of Defense programs. Instead, the contractors jointly receive a full complement of common area facilities, runways, and services. These services include fire protection, crash rescue, security, airfield and grounds maintenance, runway repair, water and waste treatment. The contractors, in turn, pass along the resultant savings and lower unit cost to the DoD customer. Additionally, the production flight test installation can quickly be energized for surge and mobilization requirements, making it an invaluable national asset. As the Air Force host, the detachment's primary responsibility is to ensure the runway complex and support infrastructure are operational at all times to support various production programs. This is done through continued surveillance of the installation's operations and maintenance contract, working closely with all tenant contractors and developing supportive and cooperative relationships with other military installations and local communities. To foster relationships between Plant 42 and the surrounding communities, Plant 42 often hosts many events throughout the year. From Scoutorama, a Boy Scout extravaganza, to Salute to Youth, which Plant 42 hosts to over 3,000 high school students from the area's schools. This event provides students approaching graduation with more choices and information about careers in aerospace. Plant 42 is also home to the Blackbird Air Park, where visitors can view the only YF-12, SR-71, and D-21 drone on public display. As an integral part of the Air Force Materiel Command's Aeronautical Systems Center, the detachment's role and responsibilities are unique. It is an integrated team composed of a commander with warranted contracting authority, a rated operations officer, contracting property administration officer, experts in industrial security, safety and fire protection, facilities and environmental engineering, and key administrative staff. Additionally, an authorized representative of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Contracting Office provides resident support for ongoing construction projects. Although Plant 42 is not an Air Force base, essential installation command responsibilities must also be carried out and are executed by the detachment's commander. The installation commander performs such diverse responsibilities as protection of resources and airfield management, as well as the role of senior military representative to the surrounding civilian communities and military installations. Serving as the focal point for contractor-government interfaces, the commander is also charged with the surveillance of all contractor operations in order to protect the government's interests. The world's foremost aeronautical industrial complex, Production Flight Test Installation Air Force Plant 42, is located in Palmdale, California. Maintained by the Aeronautical Systems Center, Air Force Detachment 1, the flight test customer accesses the same essential components of flight testing, evaluation, and production available to the nation's most advanced government-contracted aerospace systems. Plant 42 is poised and ready to support the cutting-edge technologies of our nation's future.